Hi guys! I thought it would be a great video to kick off the new year talking about cleansers, and this is a video that I've been meaning to make for months and months, if not all year. It's definitely been one that I've promised and people have asked for, and I've just not got around to making it. For the most part I was trying to try more and I was trying to kind of repurchase ones that I'd had in the past, but I'm just going to make it with what I have and hopefully that's okay. Perhaps I'll make kind of another one, a follow-up video in the future if you guys have given me a ton more recommendations after this video goes up, because I'm expecting that. So I'm going to just kind of dive in. These are 5 hot cloth cleansers. Some of them are balms, some of them are kind of more creams. I'm going to start with the ones that I don't like so much. And the first one is the Soap & Glory Fab Pore Hot Cloth Cleanser. I really do like this. It really is a nice cleanser, but the ones that I don't like so much are because I can't remove my eye makeup with them. And it's not that they don't do a good job, it's just that they sting my eyes. So although this will cleanse and it will remove your eye makeup, and I don't have particularly sensitive eyes at all, but this definitely stings my eyes. And I think it's tough to kind of say that something is a bad product because it hurts your eyes, because it's probably not designed for that. But when I'm using a balm cleanser or a hot cloth cleanser or anything that I'm cleansing my face in the bath, I expect it to do everything. And so unless it has kind of scrubby particles, in which obviously it's not going to be suitable, I'm always a little bit disappointed if it is a little bit stingy in the eye area. So yeah, this was number 1 on that hit list. I really like it. I really wish that it was a little bit more sensitive, but it's not. It smells very nice. The texture is very similar to the Lilac, which by the way I don't have here. You can just kind of assume that that's kind of the benchmark. I do like the Lilac Cleanse and Polish. It's a little bit expensive, and there are other ones that I like that are less money, so I wouldn't repurchase it, which is why I'm not mentioning it in this video, because I don't have it to hand, but I have tried it. And this is probably one of the more similar that I have to show you. So if you like that and you don't mind about having to remove your eye makeup separately, that's a nice one. The next one that I'm not totally enamoured with is, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Marumaya, the Melting Cleansing Balm by this brand. And I've tried this before. I had a miniature and then they sent me this one to review, and another part of the reason that I've been putting it off, I'm like, I just don't love it. It reminds me a lot of one that I had from N-Spa. You may remember me talking about that. I definitely did an empties with that in. And it's kind of like a gel, and you put it in your fingers and it's a gel. And then it hits water and it becomes this kind of milk. But it doesn't have that slip. There isn't, like, the friction is not there to put on your face. I'm so terrible at describing these things, but if you've tried this, please tell me I'm not going crazy. It kind of, the gel feels nice. If you put the gel on your face and kind of like break down the makeup that way, it's great. And then you wash it away, fine, it'll work brilliantly. But if your hands are already wet, like if you're in the bath, then it automatically turns into this weird slippy thing. It's kind of like trying to wash off your makeup with water, and it just doesn't work very well for me. And again, this one is not great for eye makeup because it did sting my eyes. So it works, and I'm sure that there is a way of making this work amazingly, but because I can't remove my eye makeup with it, it's not one of my favourite ones. So yeah, that's that one. The third one that I'm kind of on the fence about is the Botanics Hot Cloth Cleansing Balm. I loved the original one. They changed the formula and now it's a lot more oily. The residue is much more now. You can see inside the pot. Woo! It's water in all of these things because they've been in my shower or my bath. Yeah, it's a nice kind of balm. It's a little bit harder than the other one. The other one was much softer. You can kind of scoop it out a little bit easier. And this one I feel like it's grainier and it doesn't dissolve, it doesn't melt quite as nicely as the other one. And even when I've taken it all off with my flannel, I feel like I've got an oily residue on my face. I will then generally use some kind of toner or a second cleanse to remove that residue, but I don't like the residue being there. I really wish that after this my face could be completely clean, but I definitely need something to remove that. So it does what it needs to do. It will remove my eye makeup, it will remove my face makeup, but I need a second cleanse or a toner to get rid of the residue. So that's the only reason that I'm kind of on the fence about that one, but it's a good price. It doesn't break me out or anything. None of these products I've had any kind of adverse reaction with. It's purely from kind of a user perspective as to which ones I prefer. Then I have the Vitamin E Skincare Hot Cloth Cleanser from Superdrug. This is the second one I've had of this. I used the other one up. And I used the other one up around the time I was going to make this video. I threw it away and was like, ah! And this was what kind of held it up originally. Because I wanted to repurchase this because this is a really good one. And it's very cheap. You get a lot for your money. I think, what is this, 200 ml. The only thing that bugs me about this one, I love it and I would definitely repurchase it. It smells like sun cream. Not a big fan of that smell. I know that there are perfumes out there that smell like this, and so obviously it's kind of a subject to taste kind of thing. Some people will love this smell, some people not so much. I'm not a big fan, but what it does is great. It's a very thick cream. It's kind of, again, similar to the Lilac, but I would say it's creamier, less dry. So you put it all over your face, and then again, with all of these products, pretty much the same thing. All over your face, all over your eyes in some cases, and then off with a hot cloth, like a muslin cloth or a flannel, which is my preferred method of removing it. But this is really nice. If I had to repurchase only one, I maybe would say this one, because it's a great buy, it's really good value, and it does what it needs to do. It doesn't leave any residue, it's only that smell that's kind of, but it's very, very basic, so it's not going to do anything special. But if you're using this just to remove your makeup and feel really clean, and then you're going to use something else afterwards, if you've got a particular skin complaint, then this is what you're looking for. My favourite one is this one. It's the MOA or MOA Green Balm. I don't have a tremendous amount left of this one. I'm kind of trying to get it to the point where I have only enough left for kind of 4 or 5 days so I can take it away with me and just get rid of it while I'm there. But this is my definite favourite one, but it's a little bit expensive. You only get, what do you get in here? 50ml, and I think it's around £8. I think I got it for £8, and I don't know if that was on sale for £8. You can definitely get bigger ones that are probably slightly better value, but it is one of the more expensive ones, and because of that, although it's my favourite, I would say I would repurchase the Vitamin E skincare from Superdrug over this one, just because of the price. If I didn't mind the fact that it was a little bit more expensive, I would use this one all the time. It definitely makes my skin feel the absolute cleanest. It still kind of almost leaves a residue, but it's like a just moisturised residue rather than an oily residue. I used this, I had a few samples, and I wasn't that bothered about it. Didn't realise you could use it as a cleanser. Thought it was just like a multi-purpose balm, which it is. You can use it as a lip balm, all other kind of things, as well as a cleanser. But when I realised it was a cleanser, I took one of the miniatures away with me when I went for a couple of nights in the summertime, somewhere, Liverpool we went to, and Blackpool. Not that that was relevant at all. And I used it with my hot cloth and was just like, wow, this is amazing. Something about that first use just really sucked me in. And if you're looking for something to really impress you, I think you will like this. But again, I use so many other skincare products afterwards. I tone, I serum, I moisturise, I do all other kinds of things, that it's not really that important to me, because I feel like my face is already clean when I've used the lesser products. So I do really love this one, and this is kind of a treat. I will still repurchase it occasionally, but for kind of my basic skincare, my removal, my cleanser, I will use this. And I could use it twice. I could remove my makeup with it and then cleanse again, just my skin, or I can use something else. But as kind of a basic, if you're looking for something to remove your makeup and your eye makeup and not going to irritate anything, and it's a really good price, I would definitely recommend that you give this a go, because this is definitely my favourite kind of all-rounder for good value. So they are my 5 cleansers that I've been using recently and what I thought of them, kind of my best and worst, if you will. Like I say, the ones that I didn't like so much, really the only reason is because I like to take off my makeup all at once, whereas you may feel differently. And remember, what works for me may not work for you. If you've tried any of these, please leave a comment below and let me know how you found them. It's really, really useful for those people watching this video to see other people's opinions, because you can't just say, what, you know, she's told me this is great, so it's going to be great, because it's not necessarily. Skincare is so personal, so down to your skin tone and your personal preference. So yeah, leave as many comments as you like down there, and don't be afraid to completely say whatever I've said is completely wrong, because it might not work for you at all. But I hope this was useful for some of you. I do have kind of combination skin. It can be very oily some days. I definitely have shininess throughout the day with my makeup on, and then I can be quite dry, never full dry patches, but quite kind of tight, and my skin isn't so, it's a little bit rough sometimes. So it's definitely combination, leaning on oily, for those of you that would be interesting for, and to see if your skin type is like mine. But like I say, I hope this was useful, and I will leave a blog post below with all of the links to everything that I've mentioned, and any other kind of extra reviews I've done will be in there as well. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!